This morning, we are exploring the National Railway Museum in York, England. The museum building was once a locomotive repair facility. These huge wrought iron gates once flanked the entrance to Euston Station in London. Atlantic Coastal Express. This locomotive has been opened up so you can see how a steam engine works. Let's take a look. Here's the firebox. Coal is shoveled in through the orange opening on the left. The fire and hot gases move up and over the damper, then move right through the tubes into the boiler, heating and boiling the water as it goes. This area is the actual boiler. Hot water in the bottom, steam at the very top. The blue tubes carry hot gases from the firebox toward the front of the engine, heating the water as it goes. The exhaust gas exits out into the front of the engine, what's called the smoke box, and then up and out the stack. High pressure steam, its pathway painted in white, enters this shuttle valve, which times the injection of steam into either the forward or aft section of the main drive cylinder. Directly below is the drive cylinder and piston, which is pushed either forward or backward according to which side the steam is fed, which then turns the wheels through these heavy steel rods. Here is the Evening Star, number 92220. I am always a bit amazed at the heavy drivetrains on these old locomotives. You can see the rather beefy-looking crankshaft supports at the bottom of the engine. This is the largest engine in the museum. Looking inside the engine's main business office, the driver sits over on this side. The original Japanese bullet train. Let's look inside. Looks like an airliner. Look at the bullet train. Fantastic. The museum has a whole section devoted to model railways. Here's a dichotomy, the old versus the modern. A rather posh-looking first-class Pullman car. This old mail car shows how mail used to be transported and sorted while underway. This area of the museum was once used as a rail station. It is not too often you see a working turntable like this. This engine is positioned over an old maintenance pit, giving one a seldom seen view. This particular locomotive has all its drive mechanism underneath the boiler and between the wheels. Here's a nice view of the floor that gives you an idea of the size and variety of displays. And they have a nice cafe where you can grab a bite to eat and something warm to drink. The museum also has an active restoration area where, from the safety of a catwalk, you can watch work being completed on these huge machines. This looks to be a locomotive chassis. A close-up look at the buffer and chain coupler system. In the back of the museum, there is an overlook where you can see the York Rail Station and watch the coming and going of trains. That was an enjoyable visit, and there was plenty that we did not have time to see, but we must move on. So for now, remember, life is a journey. Enjoy the ride, and thank you for watching.